Iscar recently held their Logic IQ product launch, which MachineTV brought you a glimpse of. Today, following up, we're going to be chatting to Gavin Adams, the MD of Iscar, about Industry 4.0, smart machining, and where he sees manufacturing in South Africa going forward.
This is fantastic.
Gavin, Iscar's recent launch was a huge success for you guys. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the feedback you've had from the market so far?
The recent Logic launch that we held was an enormous success for us on all fronts. It was the largest attendance of an audience of like-minded people, and this to us was a clear message that people were hungry for information, hungry for new technology, and looking at new ways to produce things. The feedback that we had from the customers to date has been exceptional. When we look at the demand that we've had and that we've been inundated by requests to go and perform demonstrations and to show the new products, with a focus more being on the milling products, on the Logic mill, the high feed products, as this is the way the market is moving currently. And it's good to see that the market is progressing in a new direction, as well as the Logic turn inserts that we have on offer. And an excellent discussion point that was raised during the launch as well is what Jacob Papas discussed during his presentation, that of Industry 4.0. Being the market leader in South Africa is solely for us not about revenue generation for shareholders. And for us, it is more important being present in most of the machine shops in South Africa to transfer the technology and the information into the machine shops for the customer at the end of the day to remain focused and maintain pace with international standards.
A big focus for Iscar worldwide is Industry 4.0. How does Industry 4.0 affect the South African market?
Industry 4.0 refers to the fourth industrial revolution. It's been around since the year 2010, which is then more commonly known as Industry 4.0, and it was an initiative by the German government which has brought about to digitize manufacturing. If a person can describe or define Industry 4.0 in layman terms, I think the easiest way to do it is Industry 4.0 can produce products with the assistance of smart factories, machines, and products and services moves totally beyond automation. Now we are looking at the merging of real with virtual world via networking and the Internet of Things that we now can utilize and by services offered and data, and this will transform manufacturing as we know it today.
In Europe, Asia and America, smart machine shops, intelligent machining and automation are the norm. Are we up to speed in South Africa?
Unfortunately, in South Africa, in some of the industries, we are up to speed. But if we look at large manufacturing, we are basically at the foundation stage, with the exclusion of maybe two manufacturing environments, that being automation and the automotive industry. These are two industries that are using advanced analytics and smart sensors at this stage. So the robotics at this stage in the South African environment is used specifically for automation and not for more advanced smart manufacturing. There's major debate at the moment amongst groups, and I can see it daily, where we see groups becoming more involved. And this is the time where I think where government has to start becoming involved and investing in connectivity within the South African industry, and then our higher education involving or changing the education syllabus more around IT, because this is where we find a massive shortage of skills in the South African market, and that is in the field of IT to deal with the new processes, advanced analytics that we have to face, and this is something we will have to pay attention of to be able to play in this on a level field as well.
Gavin, how would you advise machine shop owners on machining intelligently, and how will this benefit them in the short, medium and long term?
Machining intelligently is not an overcomplicated science. I think to understand the model of machining intelligently, it's important to differentiate between cost elements, because this is the governing factor in the total process. Unfortunately, in South Africa, we still have a school of thought that is very focused on cost of purchase, which contributes very insignificantly towards production costs. When we start looking at machining intelligently, it's important to take a holistic view of the total manufacturing process. We have to look at the elements in the computation of the costs which dramatically affect the production costs at the end of the day. These being labor, machine, and overheads. By applying the new logic products and applying them in the way that they have been designed for, and thereby ensuring no machine downtime, which is imperative, and then ensuring that we have non-stop or continuous machining 24/7 is one of the key aspects of machining intelligently. Then by applying the product, the logic product is looking at the new designs of geometries and chip formers which facilitate soft cuts, and thereby we are able to machine at elevated feed rates where we can adopt the new technology of high-feed machining. This in turn then improves the productivity and the profitability of the customer at the end of the day. Coupled to this as well is utilizing the optimal cutting data, and this we can achieve via the digital catalogs and the apps which are available online, and which in turn couples the customer to the latest and the most correct information available to conduct the correct machining. Short term, the effect for the customer directly is reduced cost via the productivity and the profitability improvement. This is short term. Medium to long term, there's a massive gain for the customer in the respect of he now has freed up production space in his facility, and thereby now he can secure more business, and thereby making his total concern more profitable. At the end of the day, it has to be a win-win situation where the customer grows, and thereby we in a partnership grow with the customer as well.
Well, that was a very interesting chat with Mr. Gavin Adams, the MD of Iscar today. Keep a lookout for this video and others that will follow on, which will bring you more information on Industry 4.0 and how it's going to benefit you, the machine shop owner.